Well, here is a look at the beautiful Willamette Speedway. Ready to roll tonight for another show with the NARC King of the West 410s for Speed Week. This place has potential to be an awesome racetrack. I've been here before when it's literally just glass slick bottom to top. We'll see what we get this evening. Right now, Mother Nature's not the nicest to us. It was raining off and on earlier. It's been really chilly and cold, and you can tell the surface, it's definitely wet. Hopefully we get a little more blue sky in a little bit. We'll be able to go racing. Like I said, this place has put on some really good sprint car races in the past. It just has to be right. A little bit of grip on the bottom, slick. There's usually not a single bump out here. They do a really good job keeping this place smooth, and if they can build right up on the wall, you can basically go anywhere. You just got to get your car right, and the driver's got to do his job. So we're going to get tonight underway in a little bit. Main goal, keep our consistency up with the 18T. We've been in the top 5. We just got to keep ourselves in the mix, put together a whole night, and be there at the end to get the job done.
First off, engine blade. It's a good one.
Yeah. I know. So that sets us up beautifully for the night. Just went out, drew the last pill, and I was kind of worried the track was gonna fall off. The surface got slick quickly in hot laps, but it started to build thick grip up top to where like it wasn't really moving, which helped because it just meant that we had good speed, you know, all the way through all like 21 or 22 cars. So we were second to last out and just went out there and drove the heck out of the car. Literally flat footing around this place. You get ripping. At the end of the straightaway, the corner comes up so quick. It feels slow on exit, and by the time you have to turn, you really get rolling around this place. Not really a bull ring, but just a medium-sized track. So we were second quick. I think quick time was an 11.611 maybe. We were 11.613 or 4. I don't know. I mean, I can't even explain how close it was. So car felt great. I could plow right through the curb and make good speed, and my car was driving the whole time. So now we're going to be in a heat race, and this sets us up where we just got to finish in the top 5 to advance to tonight's dash, which is key. We got to be starting up front to have a shot at winning these races. So really happy with my car. Well, we did exactly what we needed to do there in that heat race. Started 4th, finished 4th. Didn't make the greatest laps. Actually made a couple mistakes and didn't get in the best rhythm. But the best part about this format is since we qualified well, we kind of bought ourselves a free pass. We didn't need to do much. So kind of had a chance to feel things out. Like I said, make those mistakes, and now we're going to have a chance to correct them in the dash. Unfortunately, though, for the dash draw, they drew a full invert, which was a 6. So we're going to start 5th. So we're going to have to try to make up some ground. Right now, the racing surface is really good on the bottom. Once guys kind of went down down there, it opened it up and threw material across the track, which actually kind of brought a weird middle lane, because when that material sits there, when you drive through it, there is grip because it's kind of wet and sticky and packs for a second, but the racing surface is hard. Not many guys were up top, kind of more bottom to middle. We'll see what happens though for this upcoming race. Like I mentioned, we're gonna start third row inside. We gotta try to advance forward, and if we do, it'll help us for our starting spot for the A. So the dash was definitely an improvement from the heat race for, you know, as far as how I kind of got around the racetrack. Past one car, it's just so difficult right now to make a lot happen with us all kind of running around the bottom. Like the rest of the surface is just so dirty. I mean, you can kind of maybe go through the middle one lap, but once that kind of cleans off, it's just difficult to make anything work but the bottom, because it's so short around and there's so much grip down there, and there's also not a lot keeping you out of the infield, so you can almost get your left front on that, kind of plant the car and just rip. We got 30 laps though coming up next. Gonna be kind of interesting. The sun hasn't really set. This is almost like a day race in a way. Really, the next one's on track, so we're gonna make some changes and just go for it here. But I really think, even though we've been around the bottom the last couple times out, it'd be hard to believe that unless it lays rubber down there, I think that top side at some point is gonna clean off with all of us out there, and then hopefully we can move around and just try to get to the front. We're gonna have to survive lap traffic if we wanna have a shot at this one. So yeah, I know what you guys are thinking. That was a pretty rough start to the feature there. At a point like this, it's just important to regroup, and in my head, man, I just felt very frustrated, but unfortunately, you know, with us ending up backwards, we were not gonna get our spot back, and on a difficult track to pass like we're on right now, this was just gonna be a tall task. So you just gotta keep our head on straight here. We still have 30 laps ahead of us. So I think my car kind of tells the story of tonight. Look at all the mud. Like it was just, the moisture really came back on the bottom there. I'll take the blame for tonight, man. I felt like a solid game plan for the first lap. I was hoping to get to the bottom as quick as I could. I had a clear opportunity, and I don't want to use the sun as an excuse. I don't know, just we were all going into that corner, and I was trying to keep the car on the wing, fuel load. I knew I might be a little bit tight, maybe snug, and I don't know, I have to watch it. I guess I just completely misjudged the corner. It was just weird, like I got in and I thought I was gonna be in it, and it, like I said, I mean, my mistake. I was the dummy there on the first lap and spun out, and so yeah, that one was on me. Like I screwed up big time on the first lap. I just thought I was gonna be in the right spot. I thought it would hold me a little bit more. I figured I'd be a little tighter with the fuel load, and I just lost it. There was a big crash. In the rest of the race, that's just what I was fighting. So I mean, I'm glad we stayed out there, because at the end we rallied a couple of spots and didn't, you know, didn't DNF and whatnot, and cars in one piece. But just really frustrating deal. Frustrated with myself, of course, upset to ruin a solid night and even having a chance. Because once the track's like that and you're in the back, you're not going anywhere. You're not making any passes. I don't know. Basically, you put 22 of us in a single file line, and we were going in circles. And if a guy makes a mistake, you have a shot, or if he pushes up or whatever. But just a really bad deal. So super unfortunate night for us, and that one was on me. So that wraps up another night of our speed week. We're rolling the 18T in the trailer after a disappointing, frustrating night. You know, one of those situations you can't take back what happened now. You know, first lap mistake, disaster, whatever, you know, put us to the back on a difficult to pass racetrack, and we just couldn't go forward. At the same time, we also probably misjudged some of what the track ended up doing, and our car was not exactly where it needed to be. So just what sucks too is we had a good night going, and then, you know, we could have ran up front, even with the track being difficult to pass. You take your top fives as you can get them, or your podiums, and we just weren't able to turn, you know, our good starting spot into a good end result. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll pull a tear off and be on to the next one. Deuces.